Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a bit of a two-part video for you. For those of you that don't know, but I'm sure if you're watching this video you probably do, the French ships have arrived to World of Warships. So at the moment we only have cruisers and battleships, but I do believe destroyers are coming. At the moment we've got access to the cruisers, and as with previously with the German release, the battleships are on early access. So the only way to obtain those at this stage is the crate system. So I will go through each of the French ships, a little bit of a description. We'll have a look at each one, just in case you aren't able to access that information, and just to have a bit of a look through. The part I'm really excited about is the German ships, battleships, are now in full access. So I'm very excited about that. I managed to get the Kaiser and the Koenig in the crate systems for free, which was really cool. And the Koenig I actually fully upgraded and got it up to elite status. So I'm ready to purchase the Bayern and get started on that. I couldn't remember how much it was going to be, and I'm very happy to see that it's only 2,400,000, which is going to give me plenty of cash to spend on some other things. I have built up quite a bit of global XP at the moment, and I may use that to get through these battleships a little bit quicker. I really want to work my way down to the Bismarck. I had made a video previously on the German ships and their release, so I will put a description of that at the bottom of this video. Okay, so the French cruisers and destroyers are here. Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. The French cruisers and battleships are here, and we also have a new campaign mission, which is French Connection, as well as More Franks mission, and then the usual missions that are refreshed. The French Connection one, I thought it would actually have a ship at the end of it as a reward, but it looks like it actually only has French commander crate, no ship, so that's a little bit disappointing. As usual, you can get the Admiralty backing and receive extra bonuses. Personally, I'm not that excited about French ships at this stage anyway. I haven't actually used one or really looked at them. But French ships don't really float my boat, so to speak, so I'm not really that excited about the French Connection mission or campaign. And of course the new currency has come in, which is the francs, which obviously, yeah, you can purchase the crates and try and get some of those French battleships. There was also another addition, which is, as you can see there next to my player ID, is symbols and patches. Now I believe you can, in the service record, yes, here it is. So we've now got patches which appear next to your name in game, I believe. I still haven't actually used it to have a look, but so you've got different backgrounds and then also symbols to go with them. So at the moment I just chucked in the naval aviation one, but yeah, it's something new. I believe in this patch or update there was a few little fixes. I'm sure if you're that interested to know, you can look that up if you want to know the fine details. I won't go through that in this video, as really this is just about the new ships that have come in. So let's get stuck into it and have a bit of a look. So every French cruiser is now in the game. I'm really going to butcher these names, so please excuse me for any of that. But at Tier 1 you are given the, I presume that would be pronounced the Urian, or Jurian. The this is really going to get some people, I'm sure, as I pronounce these wrong. Jurien de la Gravière was the last protected cruiser built for the French Navy. The ship's silhouette and architecture were typical of French warships at the turn of the 19th century. Powerful 164mm guns distinguished Jurien from the majority of foreign counterparts. So let's have a bit of a look at her here. Yeah, she is very sort of stretched out and flat, which I imagine would make her a pretty easy target. A pretty odd-looking ship. Sorry, I don't mean to insult any French lovers there. One slot to help with its targeting, but yeah, it's quite an odd-looking ship, but you get it for free, and that's where we're all going to be starting. So next is the Friant, or Friant. Year of design, 1919. A light cruiser project designed after the end of World War One that revealed an acute shortage of this type of ship in the French Navy. The primary features of the project were high speed, weak armour, powerful torpedo armament, and main guns placed in turrets. So obviously that's one of the more modern sort of variants. And yeah, there you go. She actually looks quite nice. And the turrets actually remind me of something, but I can't think of what it is. It looks a bit. I'm probably very wrong, but it actually looks a bit Pensacolish. But I'm obviously a very different tier. 3 upgrades. And yeah, quite an interesting looking ship. Okay, next at tier 3, we have the Duguay Trouin, the world's first large warship designed and built after World War One. Interesting. The ship had virtually no armour protection, but carried very powerful torpedo armament. An innovation that was implemented on this type of ship was the arrangement of her main guns in twin-gun super-firing turrets. So virtually no armour. Okay, a survivability of 27. Okay, interesting. I'm sure I got that name very wrong. Again, a very sort of stretched out design. But yeah, by the look of it there, you've got 2 triple launches, which is pretty good, I think, at tier 3. What its guns are like, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so then you can branch off to the battleships from there, obviously when they're released. At this stage, we'll just continue with the cruisers. And now the Emile Bertin at Tier 4, which has entered service in 1935, a light cruiser specifically designed to have the highest speed possible and a powerful artillery. The ship's small displacement was limited by international treaties, so she received only minimal armour protection. Okay, so yeah, the usual upgrades there, and one little bonus upgrade. Now she definitely has some pretty cool looking turrets there. 2, 3, and 1, 3 at the aft. Interesting little secondary, I guess that is back there on top. Maybe one of the upgrades gives her an extra turret. Again, pretty sort of stretched out, long looking ship, but actually looks pretty cool. I must admit. Now on to tier 5 is the La Galissoniere or something like that. I hope I got that close. Ended service in 1936. 6 ships in the series. By the outbreak of World War II, La Galissoniere was one of the best light cruisers in the world. In contrast to her predecessor, she featured good main battery guns and the best armour protection among ships of this type. In 1943, cruisers of this class received enhanced anti-aircraft armament and surveillance radars. Okay. Now that looks like a pretty tough little ship. Okay. But again, the sort of 2 fore and 1 aft gun arrangement, which I don't particularly dislike, as as you're going towards an enemy, you get sort of maximum firepower. Interesting. Okay, at Tier 6 we have the Algerie, the last, and entered service in 1934. The last heavy cruiser built for the French Navy, and one of the best representatives of this type of ship in Europe. Among the cruisers of her time, she was distinguished by powerful armour and very good torpedo protection. Okay. Nice. Yeah, very nice looking ship. And again, that's sort of, they have a very unique sort of design, don't they? This is a bit more conventional design, 2 fore, 2 aft. Now that's interesting because it has a ship on either side there. I wonder if she does launch 2 ships at a... 2 aircraft on either side. I wonder if it launches 2 aircraft at a time. I don't think I've seen that before. Okay. And at Tier 7, the final tier, is the Charles Martel. The year of design, 1939. And a heavy cruiser project, Project C5A3, designed to rival potential adversaries, presume Germany. New ships of this type that were being built in Germany. There you go. The main difference from the previous ships was manifested in the enhancement of the ship's main guns, located in triple turrets. Ooh, yes, now that is a nice looking ship, and really cool arrangement of secondaries there. It looks like if someone's trying to chase you down there, they may cop quite a bit of secondary fire. Yeah, very cool looking ship, and I love the idea of having the sort of 2 fore with that. So you've got 6 guns at the front, or 4, and 3 aft. Yeah, nice looking ships, I must say. They are... they look better than what I thought they were going to. I haven't really researched these ships at all or kept up with sort of online content, as like I said, I'm not really super interested in French stuff, but yeah, it's definitely something new to grind, and they look interesting. Okay, so here are the battleships, which of course are in early access, as we spoke about earlier. So here at Tier 3, which is the first battleship, entered service in 1913, is the Corsair. The first dreadnought battleship built in France. The ship carried 12 305mm main guns and powerful secondary guns, whose sides were reinforced with vast armoured areas. Her disadvantages included weak torpedo protection. Yeah, that looks really cool. Actually, for a Tier 3 battleship, it looks like it has more guns than usual, but yeah, don't quote me on that. We'll have to check that out. But yeah, that's actually quite a cool looking ship there, and I do like that sort of dreadnought style class ship. Okay, so at Tier 4, we have the next ship, which is the Bretagne, or Britannia. Actually, I wouldn't say it would be Britannia. Entered service in 1916, 3 ships in the series. A series of French battleships built in response to the appearance of British super dreadnoughts. These ships were developed directly from the ships of the preceding class, but carried 340mm main guns, arranged under a more rational scheme. So I'm tipping it gets rid of the side turrets, and yeah, it's got the one in the middle, which I actually like that, and 2 fore and aft turrets. So yeah, that's a cool looking ship, bit more traditional, definitely. Yeah, looks quite nice. Then we have the Normandie, which is the Tier 5 battleship, entered service in 1912. The first French battleship design with the main battery guns placed in 3 quadruple gun turrets. The construction of such turrets was driven by the desire to achieve maximum broadside firepower, given the ship's limited size. Okay. Wow, that is different and pretty cool looking. I'm actually imagining now how that's going to play like. That looks really cool, and again, I like these secondaries sort of tucked away in the front there. Huh. That is some really good firepower on this ship. Very interesting designs. Really interested by these. Tier 6 is I presume it would be the Leon. Ended service in year of design 1913. No entered service calendar date. A battleship design created before the outbreak of World War I, representing an improvement on the previous Normandy class by carrying enhanced primary armament. The addition of the fourth main gun turret allowed the ship to deliver a unique 16-gun broadside salvo. So wow. And they're aft as well. Interesting. Pretty cool looking secondaries there too. This looks like a pretty dangerous ship to come up against. Very interesting. Quite large sort of superstructures, aren't they? Okay, so... And now we're on to the final battleship at Tier 7. Entered service in 1940. It's the Richelieu. One of the most successful and well-balanced new generation battleships in the world. The ship was equipped with 380mm guns, had a high speed, strong armour and a very good torpedo protection. The disadvantages of concentrating the ship's main guns on the bow were compensated by the favourable turret traverse angles. Okay. Wow, that looks like a beast. Wow, okay. So it's got all its primary turrets at the front and the majority of its secondary turrets to the rear. Yeah, very crazy design. Again, they look very dangerous. So I'm looking forward to coming up against these in battle. That's a really nice looking ship. Okay, so that's all of the new French ships for now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Just thought I'd do a quick one on the new ships that were released. Right now I'm going to get stuck into some German battleship play. I'm going to buy the Bayern, and I've been looking forward to getting my hands on another German battleship, and then hopefully get through that pretty fast. Start getting towards Tier 6 and 7, and finally grab myself the Bismarck. So thanks for watching, and I hope I'll catch you again in the next video. Take it easy, and catch you soon.